our 11 o'clock live chat. I'm Heather. I'm Director of Education here at Luminess. And guys, we are here each and every day for you so you learn more and more about Luminess and what we have to offer. We have skincare, we have color cosmetics, we have airbrushing, we have anything and everything you would want in beauty. Canvas, color canvas, I mean, anything. Like if you're like, oh, Heather, do you have? Yep, we have it. Oh, Heather, do you? Yep, we have anything and everything. So, hey, Dawn, how are you? So we are doing a challenge. I'm going to tell you about the challenge in a few. I'm going to wait till everybody comes on. But today is our Flub Up Friday. So we had a lot of new people in our 10 o'clock. So I want to roll with that. And we are going to go over maybe some things. Hey, Donna. Hey, Bonnie, maybe some things that you would, mistakes that you might make when you're first starting out. So I'm going to turn to Facebook. Everything seems to be working. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing any. Let me turn that down. Okay. Make sure I'm not missing any comments. Oh no, Donnie, I hate migraines. Like, I even hate talking about them because I'm afraid I'm going to get them. All right, so let's get started. I am going to put on my headband today just because we are going to flub up. So, yeah, my Texas earrings. A lot of things of what we do has to do with the fact that we're spraying too hard. And that's the one thing when you are new, that is the one thing we tell you over and over and over and over again to practice on. Whether it's doing it with water, whether it's doing it with a color that you don't use, whatever that case may be, you can practice. And so I always tell people, when you first get the system, get it out. I know that sounds silly, but get it out. Get it out and play with it. A lot of people look at the infomercial, they get it, and then they're like, I don't know if I can do it. They're like scared. And so, guys, you have to get it out. And so get it out, play with it, put water in here, and you can just spray that. Actually, I have some water. Is a raffle today? It's not a raffle, Sonia. It's actually a challenge. And then from that challenge, the photos that I get, I'm going to draw a name. So the way the challenge is going to look, I'm going to tell you what the challenge is in this hour. So I'm going to tell you today. And then you have the weekend to do it. And then by Monday, you need to send me a photo. Okay? And you can send me that photo to heather@luminessbeauty.com, which I will put on the side in just a minute. So, if you are new to Luminess, if you've been with Luminess for 102 years, or if whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter. You can do. Thank you, Muzette. You can do this challenge, okay? If you just tuned in just to see what this is about and you have nothing limited, you can still do this, okay? So don't think you can't do it. All right, so I cleaned out my system just a minute ago. Now, I'm putting water in my stylus. And I kind of did it overboard. But this is one way you can practice as I drip everywhere. This is just water. Now, no, I don't know if you'll be able to tell. Notice you really can't see anything, right? Obviously it's water, there's no color, but you're not seeing this. It's not like dripping down my face. So when you're doing this, you want to spray so lightly that you do not see any water pooling on your face. You don't see any droplets. Like, I could literally just fling that water off my face. This, actually, it's already dry. That is how light you are spraying. So doing it with water is the very best thing to get started. You're basically going to be working on your eye-hand coordination, okay? Because you want to make sure that you're holding the stylus 4 finger widths away, that you keep moving. And I'm not talking, okay, let's say I want to cover this. I'm not talking like that moving. I'm talking moving around the face. Like this, okay? Like that. You also are going to barely pull back on this trigger, guys. I cannot tell you that enough. And this always happens. I would say 9 times out of 10. I could say, barely pull back on the trigger, 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 barely pull back on the trigger. And if I came to your house or you came here and I was teaching you, guess what I would have to say? Barely pull back on the trigger. Because it is, you are barely pulling back. Now, if you want to, if you're like, Heather's, something's wrong with her, she's not right in the head, nothing is coming out, you can get a hand mirror and spray lightly on that. You're not going to see it on you because it's your color. But if you spray it on a mirror this way, you will see it on the mirror. Yay, Robin. So we do have some rules in our live chat. Our first rule is that before you take your makeup off for the day, do something different. Whether it's a bold lip, a smoky eye, contouring, whatever it is, do something different. Doesn't matter, you're going to wash your face. So just do something different before you take your makeup off. Try a new eyeshadow color, try contour, do whatever. But try something different before taking your makeup off. Our second rule is compliment a stranger. If you're walking out of the grocery store and somebody catches your eye and you're like, oh, that's a cute dress, tell her. Tell her. We need to verbalize our compliments that are in our head for other people. Guys, she might need it. We don't know what other people are going through. And I'm a firm believer that if something's put in your head as far as like a compliment on somebody, tell them. Don't be afraid. I promise you, they're not going to flip you off, okay? They're not going to tell you you're number one with their middle finger or yell at you. They're probably going to be shocked that you even said anything. So make sure you do compliment somebody, anybody and everybody, all right? It's just a little awkward if you compliment a man, but I would say a woman because we need to uplift women. They might think you're hitting on them, which is what I do all the time. No, I'm just kidding. And then our second thing is if you hear negative things about yourself in your head, stop and say 2 positive things. This happens to me every single morning when I'm getting dressed. I'm like, oh, I'm going to look fat in that. No. That's not it. And then I give myself 2 compliments. We have to retrain our brains, not only uplifting other women, but uplifting ourselves. And so those are our 3 rules. Well, we actually have a 4th. And the 4th is regarding eyebrows and that there needs to be 2. So that's just a side rule. But those are our rules that we have to do. Okay? So work on that this weekend too. That's not the challenge, but work on that this weekend, wherever. Of course, everybody likes to hear nice things about themselves. Y'all are always so nice to me. Y'all are like, oh, I love your hair. I love you. I'm like, oh, I feel really good when I leave here. And so it makes a huge difference, guys. And we've heard time and time again that, like, yeah, I was doing something and somebody complimented and it made my day. Like, seriously, just do it. Just do it. Hola. All right. Hey, Jacqueline. Yes. Dawn writes it on her mirror. So if you don't know this, you can write on the mirror with dry eraser marks, dry eraser markers. It wipes off. So yeah, you can do that with that. So anyway, okay, let's get started on our Flub Up Friday. So we saw on the 10 o'clock how precise the stylus is. Now, I'm going to do shade 3. Yes. Can you imagine if you guys, Bonnie, is it Sonia? Sonia said being humble and kind is the thing. Can you imagine if you gave somebody a compliment? You're like, girl, I love that dress. Yeah, I know. Isn't it cute? Or, girl, you look good. Yeah, I know. Thanks. I don't know why that made me, but oh well. I mean, good for her if she has as much confidence, but yeah. But 9 times, I mean, try it, guys. Try to compliment somebody, and I guarantee you, they're probably going to be shocked you even said anything. Like, they're going to go, oh, thanks. Like, I think they'll expect you saying something negative versus something positive, which is horrible. I hate the fact that that would be the case, but you never know. All right. Yay. Oh, Bonnie's like, you all look beautiful today. All right, I'm going to, and just a side note, because everybody's like, exactly, because you know, this is the other thing. If let's say like I'm dealing with a home phone business line right now, and I'm not a happy camper. When I was talking to him on the phone, I was like, I am going to blast you on every social media I have. And I mean, I was like mad, but we're so quick to tell the bad things and not the good things. So they made it right. And well, kind of, but they're fixing it. I'll let you know when that happens. But like, if something happens, and I actually had to call somebody else, and the guy I talked to was so helpful and I got things done. Do I think about stopping and saying that all over social media? Like, what if we we have to switch our minds in thinking of airbrush makeup versus traditional makeup. Why don't we switch our minds into focusing on the positive and not necessarily the negative? Because in the big scheme of things, is it worth it? I got up this morning. That's positive. So come on. All right. There you go. That's all I have to say. We are all nice here. We do. We sure do. All right. So now I'm going to show you what you might do if you're first starting out. We do have a lot of newbies here. And yes, newbies, I get on a tangent sometimes. But one thing you want to make sure is to keep it 4 finger widths away. This distance to do your foundation, we have found, is a perfect distance to do that. Okay? So to do your whole foundation. When you're getting a little more precise, you can bring it in. You saw when I did my face with the wrong color, how I kept bringing it in and it got more and more precise. Can tell I have some, but can't see them to do them. Oh no. All right. So you saw, like, I can feel the air here, 4 finger widths away. The circle of makeup is about like that. So I'm actually going around the face. Now, what we tend to do, because we're used to traditional makeup, and I'm going to get closer so you can see it, is we don't move either fast enough, or we want to see it. Bottom line is we want to see it because we're so used to seeing traditional makeup. So the tendency is to do this. And this is the color that I use. Okay, now I am covering, oh, I'm out. Let me add more. Tammy, today is Flub Up Friday, and so I'm doing things wrong on one side to show you what you might do when you're first starting out. We are also doing a challenge, and I'm going to announce that challenge in just a minute. I'm only going to do half. But I'm basically covering this side of my face like maybe you would if you were first starting out because you're used to traditional makeup. I'm literally covering every inch of my face. Jackie, no ma'am, it does not look cakey at all. So Jackie, the one thing you're going to want is Velvet Veil. Velvet Veil is amazing. This is a primer, but it is also a blurrer. So it's going to help fill in and blur wrinkles and crinkles, pores, redness, imperfections, all of that. It has a dropper inside. However, I just take it out, put it a little bit on my hands, and blend that. A little bit goes a long way. Once it's set, don't touch it. Okay? Now, guys, I've been airbrushing a while, okay? Doing it this way, I'm sorry, but I can make it look good, okay? But this looks like traditional makeup. This is me covering every single space on my face. The only thing I can't fix or correct this way, well, two things. It's going to look cakey, so it's going to accentuate my wrinkles and crinkles here, okay? Yes, the Velvet Veil is live. Okay, so that is me pulling back. I actually probably, some of you pull back a little bit harder, but it's sticky, okay? It actually doesn't look completely horrible. I probably could have pulled back a little bit more, some of you do, and it's going to be more wet, but it is sticky, and it just looks flat out cakey, okay? And I don't know if I can get closer, and you can see the wrinkles and crinkles under here. It's accentuated on my eye here. I didn't spray my lid, but I got the coverage, but I did it how we would do it like traditional makeup. With Luminess, you're not having to cover every inch of our face, okay? You saw me, I filled up my stylus twice. Now I have nothing else on this side. Now I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm put about 7 drops just to make sure I have the coverage. Now I'm going to spray this side correctly, okay? So you can see this side where I sprayed wrong. This side I have it sprayed. Now watch the difference as far as where my stylus goes. I'm reading all the comments too. I am still covering my face, but I'm not working on covering every inch of my face. Yay! I love, she got spelled out. I love that. I love that. Yeah, Velvet Veil is a game changer, guys. It really is. When you're, especially when you're airbrushing, because it gives you that bam. All right, so now go in here. And we had one lady on, and she was the one that told me she filled up her stylus 3 times to get the coverage that she needed. And I was like, this is going to sound so weird, but you're pulling back too hard. You're spraying too hard. And she's like, then I'm not going to get the coverage. You can get the coverage. You just need to make passes. Here, I was like doing this. Here, you see me making my passes. I'm keep going around that area. I'm correcting my skin, but it's looking more natural. I'm getting my full coverage. I'm not having it settle into wrinkles and crinkles. Yeah, when you buy Velvet Veil, you want to get 2, because when you run out of the first, whoops, almost used the wrong finger. When you run out of the first one and move to the second one, you order another one, because it's something you do not want to be out of. I see the difference on your face when it's all over. Not sure how to correct. I don't understand that, Karen. Hold on. I'm going to stop because I'm going to finish these 7 drops to make sure I'm getting the full coverage. I'm doing most of my coverage here because that's where most of my flaws are. I have some redness and broken capillaries. So I'm and guys, I'm still on my 7 drops. Now, granted, it's probably too much since it's only half my face. Okay, I'm going to stop because I don't need any more. I only did half, so I didn't need the 7 drops. So, guys, I don't know if you can tell as much here, but this side just looks cakey. This side looks like traditional makeup. It intensified wrinkles and crinkles. I'm going to smile. This side is way more blended. It is not sticky. I wish I had paper towels. Somebody, hold on, I want to do this. I don't know if this will work, but there's the paper. No, ooh, can you see? Nothing. I want to see if it's still on this side. Ha! So this one is still rubbing off. I don't know if you can see that here. Can you see those? It is still rubbing off. It's still on here. Yep. It's still coming off. I'm going to flip it over and use this side. And this one is not. So that should show you how, oh, I'm going to lose my focus. Hold on. That should show you how cakey that is because it's still sticky. You can hear it. Oh, good. Tammy says she could tell the difference. This one is very sticky. It's traditional makeup. So if you're telling me that, oh, my face feels sticky or like it still feels heavy, then I'm going to tell you that you're either spraying too heavy or you're not doing one of those things correctly. If you do this and it dries instantly, then you know you're doing it right, doing it correctly. Just spray lightly. doing passes. Then Dawn, that's exact. Sometimes even I'm like, oh, I'm in a hurry, and I spray harder. What ends up happening is I screw that up. It looks awful. And then you have to correct it. You end up spending more time fixing it. Just remember to spray, because it's just a thing. We're like, oh, if I let more out, it'll look better. No, it is about spraying lightly. All right, so let's talk real quick, because I'm going to take this off and I am going to spray it the correct way. But I want to talk about our challenge. So our challenge this weekend is the following. Now at 2, I'm going to tell you what you're going to win. So here's the challenge. You have all weekend to do it. Okay. You have all weekend to do it. I need to go. I made a little, you have all weekend to do it. By Monday, I need your photos. So you're going to email me. Okay. Using mascara, contouring palette, and a lipstick, come up with a full face beauty makeup. This does not include foundation. So you can use foundation. That's not included in this thing. You can use your foundation, but anything else, you have to be using mascara, a contouring palette, and a lipstick, okay? Now, I would like you to use our mascara, cut 1 or cut 2, or the Lion King sculpting. You can pick. It can't, with the contouring palettes, it can't be all 3. You have to pick one. So only one contouring or sculpting palette, and then only one lipstick. So you can only use 3 products. All right? Everybody good with that? Okay? So this is your challenge. Look how thick that is. This was the thick side. Only using mascara, cut 1 or cut 2, or the sculpting, and any lipstick. Only 3 products. Come up with any beauty look. A full face beauty look. Hold on, let me put... And then here's my email address. Okay? Let's see. Challenge time. All right. So there's my email. I will give my email. I'm going to give you all day. I'll tell you what. No, I'll give you until the 11 o'clock live chat to turn it in. Okay. Anybody who sends me their photo, I need you to put what you used. Hold on. I'm going to write this down too. Use your photo. Okay. All right. In the email with the photo, I need you to list what products you use. Guys, it does not have to be Luminess, okay? Of course, we would love that. But I don't want to, for those of you who are new to Luminess and maybe don't have those products, just use something like it. Oh, actually, let me show you. Okay, so you know what mascara looks like. Here's the Cut 1 palette. So you can use this one. You can also use, this is the Lion King sculpting palette. But if you don't have those, you can use another one. And then you can use any lipstick. And regarding lipsticks, it can be a lipstick, a stain, any lip, a stain, a liquid lipstick, or the Cream Confessions, or an actual lipstick. Okay? Everybody got it? I can't put all of them up. So let me go back. Okay, let me go back and do this one. So using mascara, contouring palette, and a lipstick, come up with a full face beauty look. This does not include your foundation, okay? So that doesn't mean you can add a concealer or a lip liner, or you have to only use 3 products. So it could be mascara, cut 1, cut 2, or Lion King sculpting, and then any lip. You're going to email this to me at Heather@Luminess Beauty. You're going to email me a photo. And then in the email, I need to know what products you used and that we have permission to use your photo. Nope. Karen asked, can we use Boost It? Nope. You can only use the products I told you. No added products. Foundations. Now, Karen, if you use Boost It only as foundation, then yes. Okay. All right. Wow, I was wondering how. So, let's see. Hold on, let me go back to my. They last up to a year if they're. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, not yet. Ooh, push the wrong one. Okay. They last up to a year. If they're not open. If they're open, it might be a little less time, depending on how you stored them. Oh, now I'm gonna have that little thing in my hair. All right. No, you can use foundation. The foundation, I'm not telling you what foundation, like that doesn't count in one of your products, okay? But so no, you can use foundation. You can use foundation. I'm just not counting that in your 3 products that you can use. So yes, put on foundation, but only use mascara, a sculpting palette, and a lip. All right? If you have olive skin, what color can see? Teresa, I actually like the buff just because it does help with my dark circles. So that's why I like it. Hold on, let me take this off real quick. Okay. Bonnie, 2 years unopened, yes. Probably. I usually just say a year now just because, I don't know. If I haven't touched something in a year, I usually throw it away. So 2 years is, to me, pushing it. But if it's not open, then yeah. All right. Karen, okay, let's go through this one more time. You can use foundation. You can use foundation. I'm not counting that in the 3 products. Let's see. I'm pretty much your color with a lot of redness. So what color? Foundation. So Jackie, shade 3 in Silk. That's what you should do. If you have a lot of redness, you can use eraser first and then put the foundation on over that. All right, so there you go. There's your challenge. If you didn't hear that, go back and play it. Hey, Julian. Yes, I use. Yep. Angela, only the 3 products I told you. Now, keep in mind, I tell you guys to look at, I'm trying to stretch your mind a little bit. So I want a full face of makeup, but only using those 3 products. Okay? All right, guys, I will see you back here at 2. And I would tell you what you win at that time. So we'll go, if you have any more questions about the challenge, you can ask. But then start sending your photos in when you do them. Okay. I'm going to do it. Actually, a girl in our office is going to do it. She just for fun. We're not going to enter, of course, but there you go. All right, guys, I will see you soon, very soon. I'll see you back here at 2. All right. Bye for now.